Hi friends and family, this is Gina with Hope and Cope. I hope this video finds you well. I have a topic today that I hope is helpful to you. So let's talk about the blame game. So I don't know how many of you have ever played the blame game. I don't know how many of you find it a fun game. I don't know. But let's just talk about who wins the blame game. Really, who really wins the blame game? So when a situation occurs in your life, in my life, and I want to find the fault finder, I want to see who's at fault for this. I remember when I was young, a young mom, and my kids were young, and your kids start doing those things that you've never seen them do before. Well, of course, when they're two, they're going to do things they've never done before. Right? But you're like, oh, it was that big kid my kid played with on the playground the other day. That's where they got it. They got it from that other kid. Well, they just got it. They're just going to figure those things out by themselves. If they're around other humans and they're developing naturally, they're going to figure out how to take a toy, how to pitch a fit to get their way, how to bully or cheat. They're going to figure those things out all by themselves, I promise you. And so it doesn't do any good to play the blame game. And maybe they did see somebody else do it and that's where they learned it, but that's just going to happen through the natural course of events. So when something bad happens, like I remember, of course, when our kids are teenagers or even preteen, we're very worried about their peer group and who they're hanging around with, and we don't want them to be with people that are bad influences and are going to teach them bad things, and we're very concerned to protect them. But when we have a full-grown adult that's making negative choices, bad choices, maybe illegal choices, or definitely choices that are harmful to themselves, their health or their well-being or their future, or they're making decisions that are harmful and affecting other people. Maybe they have children and a family of their own. Maybe it's affecting you. We want to blame somebody else for our loved one's behavior. It's natural to not want to blame our loved one, but to find who else is at fault. Or if it's between me and my loved one, then it's your fault and it's not my fault. And so I have to blame you for this situation, this issue that's come up. I'm not going to take my own responsibility. I'm just going to find fault with you. So I just want to encourage you that no one really wins the blame game, because even if you reflect on a situation and you decide who's to blame, okay, I know who it was. It was that guy at work. That guy at work that did that thing, and then that other thing happened, and that's why this thing happened. Well, even if you don't ever confront that person never knows that you blame them, you're not doing yourself any favors, because you're holding a resentment against someone else. So I just want to encourage you to let resentment go. Don't play the blame game, because let's say you're wanting to find blame for the behavior or the actions of a loved one of yours. You don't want them to be responsible. You want to find blame. Well, that doesn't take away your loved one's responsibility for their own actions, and it just causes you to have resentment. But if it is someone you know and love that you're blaming, let's say you have two family members and you're blaming one for the effects of another, well, then you could be harming that relationship, and you could even be harming both relationships, because maybe the one person doesn't blame the other, and so you're isolating the person that you're defending, and you're also going to put barriers between you and the other person. So I just want to encourage you, this one little thing, and that is, give everyone the benefit of the doubt that they're just doing the best they can. This might end up being a recurring theme of mine, that when I am hurt by someone else's actions, and I want to blame them for an occurrence, it helps me to just say, I really believe, even though that hurt me, or they said something and that hurt me, or they forgot to do something and that hurt me, that they're just doing the best they know how. That it wasn't deliberate. They don't not love me, and it wasn't intentional. So just try to say, yes, this was, in my mind, maybe not their shining moment. Maybe this wasn't their best decision, but I don't think it was intentional. And I think they're just doing the best they know how. And sometimes when we can try to discover, why someone does what they do, we can find out that there is maybe a why behind it. Maybe someone hurt them. Maybe they're holding something in. Maybe they're not well. Maybe they have a hurt in their past that we don't know about. So if you would just try to not play the blame game, just live in the realm of the facts, but not trying to blame somebody else. And I think that will help you today. And if it does, please let me know in the comments below. If you have a suggestion for how to not play the blame game, I would love to hear it. And if you have a loved one that this content would help them, if you would share it, I would appreciate it. If you like this video, if you would hit the thumbs up button, and you can subscribe if you would like. And until next time, God bless you, and I'm praying for you. Bye.